Good morning, everybody. Hope you're all doing fantastic. I don't see Discord or my screen showing on YouTube, so just give me a second as I'm trying to get this up and activated. YouTube's being a little weird. See if I can get this corrected. If not, I'll just be on the Discord side with members. So let me reach out to them too. Get this for everybody. All right. Should be good there. There we go. Morning, guys. Hope you're all doing well. Just give me 1 second because I'm trying to see if the YouTube, I don't know why it's showing blank. See if it's corrected yet. You guys should be able to see my disclaimer. It's open. It's just, it looks weird. Let me see if I can get this fixed. The weirdest thing is like I can't see the screens on my end. Let me just go like, anyways, welcome. Just a reminder, everyone, everything we're about to do is just for educational and entertainment purposes only. We do not trade with live funds, and this is strictly just used to demo and paper trade. So let me get that off. Man, YouTube is being weird today. So we're live both on Discord and YouTube, so that'll help with some of these issues that I can see already on the YouTube side. Good morning, Jaden. Hope you're doing well. I'm just waiting to see if the disclaimer drops off. There we go. At least we can see that. Okay. It is echoing. I'm not sure why it's being weird today. And then Discord, folks, let me get your guys' correct screen on. And then I got to tag everybody on the Discord side as well. So if you guys can just give me about 30 seconds to a minute, I just want to get everything set up correctly since YouTube is being weird. And then we should be good to go. True Algo members, I'm tagging you guys right now. All right, there we go. And then for those of you guys on the free side, YouTube or Discord for today's stream. Discord link is right here. All right, and away we go. Those of you guys on the Discord side, there's no lag where YouTube has like a 10-second delay, so hopefully that'll be helpful. But thank you guys for being here. Let's go ahead and get it. We have the labels in the middle of the charts, so it should make it a little bit easier for you guys to find stuff as far as which asset we're on. And then feel free to keep asking questions. I will do my best to assist you and help you as we go through. The biggest thing right now is the SQQQ is neutral. So just overall, we should be looking for reasons to not be in anything for index futures, as the SQQQ is telling us to be neutral. And then check UVXY should be the same suit. So just wait for this chart to load here on the right side. The UVXY is actually bearish, telling us to look for reasons to go long. So that'll be in conflict on some of these other assets. I'll hold over on the SQQQ right now as the main one. And then now let's start updating charts. At the moment, the US 30 is in a bearish confirmation. The blue box, True Algo members, is that monthly. But the white on white boxes, those are stacked daily boxes. Man, that's a lot of wall in the way. You've got the main daily box, the normal daily side that we're going through inside of the weekly, and then you got that monthly stacked on top. It's just so much in the way, so there could be a lot of chop and retracement on US 30, so just be careful. That's why the system stacked all those boxes there, so just be aware. And then over here on the ES and NQ, you got that sort of similar story. You have the top of the daily system here. You had longs right here to get us up there, and then now shorts to bring us back down, but the issue lies in just, again, boxes being really close to each other and stacked. So the system is just warning us that today could be choppy versus today being really easy. And that's just something we want to take note of. But both the ES and NQ had short confirmations as of 7:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And so it was on this candle right here on the NQ. And then both of them already popped their take profit because they both already got to the next box. It was 56 handles on the NQ. And then it was 11-ish, 12 handles on the ES. And then they reversed out. And now they're in a long. This is right here. Just trying to keep you guys posted on what's happened. But immediately it went to take profit. And now it's neutral. Because again, you have that bullish candle close from this box, and then the NQ had the same candle. Let me get the other position out of the way. Reminder, that blue box is the monthly box. That's what we use for aggression direction. And so right now, this is what the NQ is doing. But you guys see how like this is the stop loss, this is the take profit, this is terrible risk to reward, almost a negative 2R. And reminder, the ES position, this is what this one looked like. So these are not positions, a negative 10R position. Even though the ES won, this is not something that we want to take. So the ES, just like the SQQQ right now, is neutral, which means there's no new plays. And then the NQ, this is what it's looking for. This is hopefully not a position that you're in, just from a negative risk to reward perspective. And then we can remain neutral now as the SQQQ is telling us so, going into these next couple of closes. Cool. Over here on SPY, the SPY is in a bullish confirmation, so looking for calls going into New York right here. You can't open those positions just yet. It did print calls right at the opening of the pre-market session, as did QQQ. So these over here. QQQ is also in calls going into New York, and then I'll update this going forward. They both, SPY at least has a little bit of room to run, the QQQ not as much. And then the Russell over here is one of the prettier assets at the moment. It is currently still in that bearish confirmation that the ES and NQ had earlier. And this is what it looks like. There was a little bit of retracement to offer you a better entrance right there. But this is the initial position. We're trying to get it to 134 points. So far, Russell has run 86 of the 134 average that we have right there. So, yeah, man, stocks right now, SPY, QQQ are bullish. The Russell is bearish. That's conflict. The ES is neutral. The NQ is bullish. US 30 is bearish. The SQQQ is neutral. So we have a real big mixed bag right now of things are either neutral, a few bullish, and a few bearish. This means markets will what, everybody? Chop. So do not be aggressive right now. Matt, who's asking me on YouTube, do we still use he's talking about the FOMC Hines stuff. Our system that you're watching right now already gives you our no hindsight system, where you don't have to wait for those live events to finish printing. So we no longer utilize that, and that Hines system is no longer running either. All right. I'm going to finish going through just a couple of stocks, and then I'll make my way through commodities and Forex and crypto. Right now, Amazon is telling us to look for puts at open. That does help things like the Russell and US 30 that are short right now. Microsoft over here, or Apple is right here. Apple looks like it's about to put in longs, and I'll update that in 5 minutes. But at the moment, Apple was also, well, it's a misfire on TradingView. So Apple right now is neutral. Let's see if I have that over here. Grab this so I don't have to keep saying the same thing. Typing it. So Apple neutral. Microsoft neutral. You can see it hasn't hit a box. And then Nvidia is also bearish like Amazon. So that helps Russell and US 30. So these puts that are activated, these shorts, as well on US 30 could help those play out. All right, now moving over to commodities. Gold and silver are long and strong with our system. there was longs all the way since 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then there were also longs pushing up here. Let me make you get this so it's correct. This should be the monthly. Silver is starting to trend all the way back up across the red, back into the normal range for assets. But gold and silver have had longs throughout most of the London session, like this. And then now this was the next set of longs activated. Silver also activated a new set of longs right here. And by the way, True Algo members, it closed right on my key level from the Sunday stream, 76.31 to the exact tick. But both gold and silver are in bullish confirmations. They've already played out for those of you that are non-members, because our average win on gold is 139 points. And this single candle pushed up 141-ish, which is pretty much our average that we give you in one 30-minute candle. Then it finished with a 262-point win overall, and now you're back in our weekly system. And then silver, we only wanted to get about 60 points out of it, and it's way up there at 180 at the moment. So both of these are done. And then oil was on fire over the Asia and London session, really the London session, because Asia was moving through our boxes here at the lows. 2 back-to-back winning positions on oil, 79 points into, I think, another 79 points. Yeah, 78. The average is 83, but that's 150 points on oil, and now oil is in a short. But True Algo members and everyone else, listen, I'll write the notes on here too. Be cautious shorting here or being heavy in sizing, because you are fighting the True Algo green trend, because we are stuck in the green box, and the green is green for a reason. So if you're going to take the shorts here, size really, really small. The longs were your best bet, because the long was a normal long from our system down here, and then this was a trending long up, and now you are in a short, but you are fighting the trend system. So just be real cautious shorting oil right now. Forex folks, heavy retracement right now on DXY. This might lose out. And then the euro is also heavy retracing. So right now we might get a sniper entry, which means you could get a long off of the euro way down there instead. But this is what these look like at the moment. This could lose. And lastly is crypto. Crypto went really well overnight. There was some longs that pushed us up here later in the Asia session open. You see ETH over here on the left side. It immediately popped our box. So did Bitcoin, but then Bitcoin got stuck in our box right here. So even though it looks beautiful pushing up, we had to wait, and then Bitcoin then confirmed, allowing us to go long on both ETH and Bitcoin around 130. It immediately went to take profit, pushed up, and then there was a fail right here. Then it pushed up for new longs and won again. Then it went into shorts. Shorts won really big. And now we're continuing to push lower. Bitcoin's now telling us to be in a long. ETH is telling us to be in a short. Therefore, you can't be looking at any new plays. Okay? Right here, Bitcoin finished its win right there on that nice short. These tools are not grabbing. And now Bitcoin right here is long. But ETH is short still. So you literally can do nothing on crypto unless you're trading altcoins. And if you're on altcoins, you should be looking to short. Can somebody give me an altcoin that they prefer? And I'll pull it up. But you should only be looking for reasons to short alts right now. Can't touch Bitcoin or ETH. Sol. See if True Algo got it up here. It already had the short. Again, you can see it's like a baby short. Like you see, we teach box to box mentality, and so it was already done. And I don't know if you would take this position, because I'm saying you're not me. The risk reward is horrendous. It's a negative 3R position, and it's gonna print a new short here. But you see how that box is right there? So even though the only thing you should be looking for shorts, this is not the asset to take them on. Maybe you can look on this one. This is one of the ones I tend to be more often on. True Algo members, if you're not on comp, you might want to look at it. Shorts have gone great since yesterday, but right now you're stuck in the box, so you can't do anything on that one either. So, crypto folks, it's going to be a little bit of a boring day for you for New York until we can get Bitcoin and ETH to be confirmed the same direction. Ooh, this is a good update. So we just had the 15-minute close, so everyone check this out because things are starting to change now. Okay, SPY is now bearish. This is good. QQQ is now bearish from our system. You can see these bearish candles closing below our box. So if you look left to right, do you see how the positions are all the same now? This is good. This means we're going from being neutral, chopped, bullish versus bearish to now more things being bearish. So this is 3 for 3 across this board. Now I'll get back over to the main indexes. The NQ has now gotten back down to this box. Okay, it's still in a bullish confirmation. We need the NQ to close below here. And then shorts will be very aggressive. And we do got some targets, so this is looking good. The ES is still neutral. US 30 is still in a bearish confirmation. There was a sweet sniper entry up there. Like this. And man, you got to just keep watching this. SQQQ, we need the SQQQ to get up like that. If you get this, this will happen, and it will be fantastic for us. So we got to keep watching for that. Check the stocks real fast because they updated too. Amazon's still looking for shorts. Apple is fighting us. Apple's long. So that's going to be negative for what we're watching. Nvidia's looking for short, so that's going to help us. So 2 are short, 1 is bullish, 1 is neutral. And yeah, man, we'll see how the chips get laid as we get into this New York session. But just so you guys watch, this is what we want right now to happen for us. You want the SQQQ to go up here and go long and do this, and that will allow this to happen on the NQ and the ES. This right here. Now, real quick, everyone watch, because you guys have seen this happen on most of our live streams. So right here is our daily True Algo beacon. And if you look straight up here, True Algo is telling us there is an 81.4% chance, 81% chance we get here today. And obviously I have to make this way smaller. So this increases the chance of why we want to be bearish. So you have an 81% chance. That's what the stat box is up there. That's this target right here. And then you can see over here on the NQ, we also have it. US 30 doesn't have it, by the way, because it's already cleared its targets. So let me pop up the NQ's version. So go over here, show statistics. It'll show our stats. It'll probably be roughly the same percent or close to it. And these are day one hits. So it's a 78% chance. So slightly lower, but still 78% chance that the NQ will get here. So let's update this one. See if the Russell. No, Russell cleared its versions. SPY and QQQ both have the same thing as well. So QQQ has one down here that supports our idea. Oh my goodness. Our ideas. SPY has both of them activated still. So let's see how it goes. Russell, you guys are moving further down in our favor. US 30, folks, it's moving more in your favor now, too. Again, if you guys got up here in the sniper entrance, this is fantastic because you're already up almost 100 points already. But right now, you see how the candle's more aggressive? It's because, remember I was talking about like these assets flipped bearish, QQQ and SPY. So it's going to help these current shorts that were already activated on US 30 and Russell. Keep watching right side of my screen, super important, and then that NQ to confirm as well. How about gold? Gold and silver were both long, but again, for those of you guys, if you're still trading gold and silver and like you're not with our system, these candles, guys, they are not the faint of heart. Like gold and silver are not what they were a year to a year and a half ago. So if you guys are playing gold and silver, you're talking about 150 point to 200 point candles per 30 minutes, which is the time frame we teach on and we use. Both silver and gold have already won. And so you are running into, I'll show you. Right now on gold, you are running into the True Algo monthly box, which is this yellow box, the True Algo trend green, which we've already won off of, and the monthly box for gold. This is gigantic wall in your way. Gold has already won out for 240 points. It's done. The only thing you can do is put your stop loss at break even and try to trail or be completely out of the play. There's nothing else to do on gold. We have to clear all of these boxes above or get a bearish close below the yellow, and then we can get in there. Same thing with silver. Silver is only long and nothing else. Hopefully that can answer your question. Trying to update the chats everywhere. It's a little bit difficult because there's multiple. All right. There's the YouTube side. Back over to Discord. And then Cameron, right? Isn't that your name? Feel free to send me a DM again, bud. That way we can chat now that you're back. And I know you were last here almost 2 years ago, so I can update you on things that have changed. Our monthly system being the biggest change for you. So if you're someone who likes to swing trade more or have a better outlook for longer term plays, we'll be here to help set you up with the monthly system. And it's as soon as you join into the learning platform now, it's within the first couple of videos on the getting started section that I tagged you with. And then Otoro will tag you in the new members chat as soon as your indicators are live. New close in about 8 minutes. Again, watching this short on US 30 and Russell right now, right side of our screen. You can't enter in on SPY and QQQ till New York actually opens. By the way, really big rejection on Apple. Again, we're looking for options, and options don't open till the New York session starts. We want Apple to reject because we have reasons to be in shorts. So this is a good sign, actually. NVIDIA is bearish. Amazon is bearish. Apple now rejecting. Let it reject through our box. It can also flip bearish. We've also got targets that are lower on these. That means towards New York Open, guys, these shorts should absolutely plummet in our favor to target. Again, more and more reasons why things should go bearish, which is fantastic for us. Because the goal is to be in these before New York opens, and then when New York is open, we are already in, so we can take advantage of the volatility that gets injected versus other people staying out of the way. By the way, crypto folks, ETH is now finished, the full play. That is a $52 win for ETH, which is roughly 2.6% with no leverage. So True Algo members, what I was talking to you guys on Monday's update is so many people trading crypto right now, they're every single day, they just want crypto to go to a new all-time high. Or they want it to go to zero, essentially. That's what you're having to deal with people on social media. And I showed you guys on the Sunday and Monday stream that, like, instead of being like those people wanting all-time highs every single day, if you can just sit here every single day with our system and net 2 to 3%, and if you're using any type of leverage, which we don't suggest, again, we're just here to educate and entertain you, but if you're using any type of leverage, if you get even just 2% a day for a week, that's 15%. 15% is like getting Bitcoin back up to like 73, 74K. And then just repeating that process every single week, a couple of weeks, you've got the asset essentially back up to 120K where everyone wants Bitcoin to be, versus hoping that it gets up there. And eventually we catch the trend with these positions. Like, what if throughout this New York session, ETH continues to plummet? Well, you're already catching the trend that people are watching go without them. So stay over here. US 30 now is going further in our favor, everybody. Let me check over on Russell. Russell's still holding a little bit towards the entrance area. Jaden, all assets are included with the same plan. You get everything. No more, because I think you were with us before, bud. So like there's no index versus Forex versus crypto plan. When you guys join, you get every single thing I'm showing you right now, everybody gets. So this is really good for some of you who think you are you're a New York trader, or sorry, I only trade the NQ, which, no offense guys, if you've watched your other famous traders or whatever you guys follow, you'll notice that you will struggle greatly when you are trying to be like them, focusing on a single asset. And you always will make up excuses why it works for them and it doesn't work for you. And our goal is to really help you guys, man. Like, you've got to understand, markets work by looking at confluence assets and building reasons to get into positions, not because of a single asset says one thing. That's what we teach here, and that's what we're here to help you with. And if you ever think we're wrong, then explain to us why 95% of traders lose everything in 6 to 9 months, and 95% of traders only trade one thing, as in they only are singularly focused on one single asset. We raise the edge in our favor because we use confluence assets. And most traders don't. Just like most traders are not on the 15-minute or 30-minute time frame. They're on the 1, 3, and 5. Try to get yourselves away from what the people you talk to in your Discord do, and you'll already beat those people. 40% of traders never come back to trading after 1 month either. That's another stat you have to fight. US 30 continuing to go into our favor. We're trying to get it down to 147 points. This is our average with US 30. For any of you guys that are in the shorts already, shift your stop to break even because you're now at the 50% point. What do I mean by that? If you didn't get in the sniper entry and you got in our normal entry, this is 70 points. The average is 147. So I believe, let me make sure I'm not getting my numbers wrong. So real quick, I'm going to turn on our mitigation stats so you guys can see that in a second. Yep, 147 points. So you're roughly within, what is it, 3 ticks from, so not even so $3 from it being a 50% average win. So this is where you can protect your position, learn about managing risk and protecting yourself. And so you just move your stop to break even from an educational standpoint only, and then just let it run. If you lose, at least it's break even. You followed all your rules and you can move on about your day, versus trying to sit here and be like, nope, I've got to let it run 147 or to this next box, and then only for it to then become a big loss. Just let it run. Especially True Algo members, with all the things that are bearish right now, this could be one of those days that you get 200 to 300, maybe even 400 points on these assets if these other ones can confirm bearish that we're watching. Hopefully these drawings aren't bothering people in the current candle that we're in. 2 minutes from the next close, everything will get updated then. Mystery, I would just force close TradingView and open it back up. See if TradingView is just glitching. Let me pop you. SQQQ hit the box. Pull up UVXY again. UVXY is hitting this box too. They're both SQQQ and UVXY are hitting the same box at the same time, which the shorts that we want to be in, if it reverses here, then that means shorts are going to struggle for index futures. So we want these to push up and confirm long. If they don't, the shorts that we're looking at are going to struggle. You are correct. SPY and QQQ, though, are still short with us. So we are 15 minutes away, guys, from the next close, where a lot of things are going to change based off of what UVXY and also SQQQ decide to do to us. And by the way, True Algo is warning us. You guys see right here? See how the ES did not confirm below the box? There's no candle close below it. Neither did NQ. So it's just warning us that you could chop here. Just wait. See if the Russell and US 30 still hold strong while we wait for these to push through. Russell's over here on the right. Russell's chopping up at the moment. Apple is now no longer in a bullish confirmation. Again, that's positive for us. Silver and gold, nothing new. Oil, chopping. DXY is now in a bullish confirmation, so that was a loss. And then the euro is now in a bearish confirmation, so that was a loss. We don't claim to win every single play that exists. And then ETH is now neutral. So let me put this over here. Neutral. Bitcoin is neutral. It's neutral because it's the full play's already won and it's stuck in the box now, guys. Tether is still bullish, which means overall we're looking for crypto to still go lower because we're waiting for Tether to pop the box above. But right now these are neutral. I'm trying to read your guys' notes. Yeah, Jaden, the stats will help. We got stats for the position, so we know what's an average win versus loss. So when we're pushing positions on the screen, you can save these too, by the way, like watch. You can save these into here, and then you have it. So when you put it on an asset, you can learn really quick, all right, man, my stop loss is going to be wider on this one than the average. It's going to be smaller than the average. So that can help your sizing too, whether you should be aggressive or not. And then they stay consistent to help you. And then the only other stats we have are the stats on our little True Algo scalp and beacon targets down here, which is this other box. But you get used to it. Again, the one problem I run into with Otoro and our developer is just the fact that everyone's like, your system is difficult or there's a lot to look at and to do. And it's like, hey, man, last time I checked, trading is difficult. So I understand everybody wants trading to be easy. Let me know how that's worked for you on all your other stuff. I'm not trying to be mean, just stating a fact. We are not here to do things like other people, and there's a reason why you guys... Usually people who are not with our system, it's always the same story. Hey, man, I'm already doing really well, but I just wanted to check your system out. Man, if you were doing well, you would have zero concern about what we're doing over here. We're here to help you guys break through all that crap that you've been fed. So the stats are going to be a huge key to help you, Jaden. And they will be there consistently too. Miguel, you can let me know if you're looking at a specific chart. If you'll look in the middle of the watermarks, they are right here. We did this to help people. I can start making them less, transparent, if that would help you guys. Just let me know your feedback and I can try to fix them. Does anyone's SQ look like Mystery, Miss Mystery? Or do yours look like mine? Over here on the right side. You guys see, I'm going to move this drawing out of the way just so you can watch the candle closer. This is what we're hunting right now. Like, the UVXY looks very similar too, though the UVXY has already rejected down to that. This asset is so important. If this asset closes a bearish candle below this box, you see how it's red right now? That means indexes are going to go straight up, which means any type of shorts are going to struggle greatly. That's what we use in our favor. UVXY is the same thing. If this asset can get a bullish close above the box, these will tumble. That's what we want to happen. But like I was saying before, True Algo is very good at stopping these two assets, the ES and the NQ, right at this box, meaning we can't do anything. They're neutral. And so we have to sit here and be flat. That means the US 30 and Russell position are going to struggle right here because they're getting beat up because this one single thing that we watch that helps propel us during the New York session. So got to chill. Miss Mystery, Neutrino's going to type. He's usually our resident tech guy who's pretty good at this stuff, so he might have an answer. And it might be me, so we'll see. You can see some of the stocks now with Apple forming some green. It's because of that SQQQ right here. SQQQ red, things are going to want to be green. That should help gold and silver. 1 second, I just lost one of my monitors. There we go, I'm back. Oil came back up, retraced to the box. Crypto folks, ETH can get us into longs here, but this would be right at New York Open. And then the problem with that long is that in no way, shape, or form is Tether going to get short. Tether has to do this to get into shorts. And until that happens, we can't go long on ETH. We would need Bitcoin to also get into longs to try to support it. But you're still going to have conflict on Tether. So crypto folks, it's been really, really good during Asia and London. New York's probably not going to be the best session for you guys until we can get Tether to pop the box above us. So you just got to chill. So Miss Mystery, what he's talking about, or Nutrient, sorry, is that on the SQQQ, we pay for the NASDAQ data. I think it's roughly like $2.40 a month. So it's like $36 or something for the year after all their little fees. But that will give you the NASDAQ fee for the SQ, which is what I use. It's not the CME futures data package. It's an additional one. Everyone's out there trying to make their money. So just something we got to deal with. Close here in 8 minutes. I'm going to try not to move. Like nothing's happening currently on these charts. Yeah, that's not the right one, Mystery. That's the problem. You need that one for index features. ES, NQ, US 30, gold, silver. But if you want the live data feed for the SQQQ, you also have to have the NASDAQ. Yeah. Taco, I would just use my image that's in ours, but you know what I mean? Here, I can show you, Mystery. Give me 1 second. It's in the, if you go to questions for Nick, and then you go to threads. 1 second, I got you. So those of you guys that are on YouTube right now, we're live on Discord as well. So people, if you are like, who is he talking to? Because no one's saying it on YouTube. It's because of this. We're talking to people on our Discord at the same time, which you're welcome to come jump over to as well. 1 second, Miss Mystery, I got you. It's in, again, it's in the threads, but here's the image you need right there. This is what I use. So that NASDAQ stock package, that's what you need. The Eurex is, again, for people that are on some more of the Forex stuff and some of the weird things. Most of you guys won't ever need it, so you wouldn't have to pay for it. And then that SIBO is something that you need for some specific assets too. But you'll definitely need that NASDAQ one. All right, what did you ask, Tim? With stop loss below or above a box, would you suggest moving it to see where the 15-minute candle closes, or even let the wick close you out? You want to give me an example? That way I don't cause confusion, and I can pull it up on the asset. The stop loss has to be above or below a box, no matter what. As long as you're live on the candle, I mean, feel free to move whatever you want, but just note that no matter what we do, like on the US 30, no matter what we do on this play, the stats support that until we close above that, this is still a live position. Now, unfortunately, with this one, because these boxes are so close, you have to be able to withstand that. But that's not every single day, right? It's just today. Now, as that 15-minute candle is moving, if we're in a live situation, guys, which we are, and all of a sudden New York goes parabolic, you don't wait. I wouldn't wait for it to cut. Like, I'd be out way sooner than that, because this is a live environment. We can always talk about that, but when you're live, and this is what happens when people backtest, like, and I do that, by the way, with the stats, guys. Like, when we're going, and let's say that the New York prints here in 20 minutes, and then this candle goes straight vertical for the first 2 minutes of New York Open. And then for the next 14 minutes or 13 minutes to finish it out, the candle closes down here. Well, guess what? That's a win. But hell no is that a win in a live environment. You know what I mean? So I would still count that as a loss. And then that would be averaged into the stats to help over time see if it needs to be adjusted or not. But absolutely, in a live environment, you have to make a decision whether or not you should cut based off of your risk management profile. If you ever see one that's literally happening at that moment, let me know, bud. And then we can do it live. We are 3.5 minutes away from this close. Again, guys, watch the SQQQ. That over here on the right side of my screen. I'll draw the position. If this happens, then indexes are going to want to be bullish. That's not going to help the Russell and US 30. That also means stocks are going to start to flip bullish too. So we'll keep watching together. You can see the Russell's already starting to turn green on this position. Silver actually put in a new high on that current candle. DXY going well now. Euro going well now. Remember, we had a loss earlier. And then last thing, just crypto, folks. You guys are neutral. It's the NASDAQ package. That one right there, it's like $36 for the year. Is that you, Pro Boss? For some reason, my Discord's not showing your guys' names. It's just showing your abbreviations. I'm just being quiet, waiting for this next candle to close and answering somebody's question in a DM. There we go. Question answered. If you are in the US 30 or Russell, again, we want that SQQQ to stay green. You don't want it to turn red. That'll help us. I'll talk more as soon as the candle closes, guys. Markets still haven't moved very much this week. I mean, I know we're only on Wednesday, but I mean, we're really close to weekly open once again. I believe the way markets are setting themselves up that we've got at least for the rest of February, we're just going to sit in this nice little tight range. Markets are going to keep giving great daily moves for us, but where everyone else is going to struggle in what they'll feel like it's a chop. They want everything to go up to sky high or drop. So basically the same way people look at crypto. They want indexes, gold and silver, and we're just going to sit in these nice little ranges. Probably for the rest of this month. Gold's starting to push back up again. Silver is putting in a new high on the current position. Silver is $25 a tick. That's why a lot of your guys' prop firms said, you guys aren't allowed to trade commodities anymore. These candles are too big, and not to get on a soapbox with prop firms, but there's a reason why they have now removed your ability to trade them. Because even when you are counter trading your traders, it's going to be a little difficult. All right, so there's the next close. We actually did get the bearish confirmation on SQQQ. It's barely below the box, so it's okay to even think of it still as neutral, but it is a bearish candle close below it, which means the SQQQ is telling us to look for reasons to be long. If you second guess it because the candle is not 3 ticks or it's too close on the SQQQ, which is weird, well, here's your confirmation on this one, much easier. Ta-da. So the UVXY right now, guys, is telling us to look for longs on indexes. So this, in essence, means we're going to chop So you want your position just to drop straight to the floor in your favor, but the SQQQ and UVXY are saying, nah, man, I want indexes to go upwards. So we're gonna chop here, guys. I'm sorry, but it's gonna be a little boring for you. I will be available for members a little bit after the FOMC minutes. I won't be on YouTube, but I won't be live for FOMC minutes. There's a couple of reasons why. The minutes are never the volatility that you guys think it'll be, like FOMC. I try to always be live for FOMC though. The minutes, you are already past, it will release at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is already past the window of where it's the very last candle where we suggest members look for new plays. If you guys have ever been in other places, like you guys will take plays all the way through. Sometimes people call it power hour, which basically is a fancy term for gambling. You're playing off of the hopes of like people setting positions for earnings that are going to happen on stocks at that 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we tend to not take any new ideas after 2 p.m. So that's why the minutes won't be worth it and the volatility is lower. Let me try reloading Quets. If you guys can give me a second, I'll put this one up here. Let's see if it is different. Maybe my trading view is the one that's glitching. No, mine's still showing the same. It is on bats. Why is it not loading the SIBA? It's weird. That's definitely not going to help. I'll just stay on the SQQQ side. You guys see how that SQQQ right here on the right, do you see how it's literally red now? And now look at the candles on indexes. So even if you're not with us, you can learn something. Watch this bad boy. It'll help you. Yes, Pro Boss, that is correct. I don't know why. Yeah, see, your guys is loading correctly. And I have the SIBO. I don't understand why mine's loading bats. I'm going to have a lovely conversation with good old TradingView bots because you can't talk to a person ever. Yeah, so am I, JS. The QQQ's mine loads up automatically on the NASDAQ, which it should be. The SPY is correct too. JS, just send me your image on SPY, bud. I can see your DM. I know, but show me yours. Quetz, you can send me yours too, bud. In a DM, real fast. Yes, Mike is correct. Again, you guys see that we're just chopping in this area because assets are bearish, but so is the SQQQ. And if they're both bearish, then you're literally in a chop zone. We need them confirm the opposite of each other, not confirm the same direction. That's why plays aren't moving very aggressively. We're 10 minutes from New York Open. There is not any play for Microsoft. Now, 2 minutes before New York opens, they might move pretty aggressively to get into positions. But at the moment, we are looking for reasons to still short Amazon at open. Apple might now put in longs or calls right at open. This green candle from this box. It can't pop this one, though. That'll make it neutral. Microsoft is neutral. And then NVIDIA is looking for puts as we get towards New York open. I'll keep you posted as we get closer there. Gold just fell $30. That's what I mean by like the feint of, not $30. It fell $4. But again, that's 45 points in a minute. And if that's what you guys are playing for, it's your stress level, man. You're going to be losing hair. Just want to show you. Silver 4 minutes ago put in a new high on the current long. Again, you can only look for it to go up. You can't be looking for to short or push down. Oil's still in retracement. It does look like Tether's pushing up. I know I'm bouncing around a bunch, but trying to help all asset classes. Yes. So listen, crypto folks, things are still going as we planned. Remember I said crypto needs to go lower still because Tether needs to hit this box. Like you have to hit that box and then we can get a nice bullish reversal for crypto. But until that happens, crypto's going to keep going downwards. So use that to how you would like, crypto folks. Quetz and JS, thank you. Quetz, when you select your chart, will you show me what the options it gives you? Because I bet it's going to show you the same as mine, but it's TradingView just being dumb. Like do this for me real quick, if you get a second. That. The euro right now is hitting my macro box again. By the way, the euro just won out. By the way, and the euro is losing my macro and hitting it. This is a very good sign. So we did lose on the longs on the euro right before stream started. And then now you can see you just have to be consistent, guys. It's not fun to lose, but you got to follow the rules. I'm just going to get the stat box out of the way so there's less things. But that is now one out, and if we fall below that box, you can trail and let the shorts keep going. But if you guys saw a second ago, there was an alert here. The euro's hitting the macro box that I give members on Sundays. So might get a trending move on Forex, which would be nice because we need one. Yeah, JS, that's not what I'm talking about. I just want to see the option. Yeah, you see how Quetz, ours looks identical. That's why it's frustrating. I gotta mess with some settings to see if I can get it to populate. But you guys can keep doing that. I'm not gonna change what mine was showing. I will stay on the SQQQ because it is showing the NASDAQ side that I want. So I'll just ignore the UVXY right now. Yep. But look, mine says the same thing. That's what's the craziest thing about TradingView. Look. And then it loads the bats. Let me see if I can mess with some settings. We're 8 minutes or 7 minutes in the next New York Open, so I got just a little bit of time to mess with the my TradingView stuff. Give me a second. TradingView. This is the good thing about being live with our members. We can fix any issues we see in the moment, not days and weeks later. Yeah, man, my SIBO is good. Everything is good till the end of this year on the annual plan. I don't know what's going on. No. So Pro Boss, down here should say NASDAQ. But I'm pretty sure I have that neutrino. Because Oh, I see what you're saying. Four minutes from the close. You see that the SQQQ is starting to retrace, which is good for the current shorts that we're in. Can we enter US 30? US 30 is still short, AK. So, or reedy. Just be careful because the position, the stop is way up there, and we've already got inconsistencies with the SQQQ, so this could be one of those ones to wait one more candle. True Algo members, did you see what the ES hit yesterday, by the way, that we covered on Sunday to the tick? This is going to probably bother some of the people, but I'm still going to show it because they don't know what we're doing. Look. We hit that within the, yesterday. To the tick, what was given, 67.94, and now it's holding. Be really nice now for indexes to just go straight bullish. I know they're bearish right now, but most people won't be ready for us to now just continue inching our way upwards in markets. That just means calls might be better, longs might be better too, with that holding. I don't think they are, Mike. It's hard to tell. They're still on the bats in their image, Mike. She's not on the NASDAQ. Two minutes from New York Open. There's, at the moment, guys, there's still no play on the ES and NQ. US 30 is starting to be real aggressive. Russell's still holding flat. SPY, QQQ are still bearish. Amazon actually now is neutral, guys. It's no longer bearish. We just went box to box. Apple rejected from our box. That's good. These wicks on the top side are good for shorts. Just means people are selling, not buying. NVIDIA is still going to be looking for puts right at New York Open here in 1 minute. Microsoft is neutral. Silver and gold are still holding. Remember what I talked about oil, guys? Be cautious shorting here or being heavy in sizing because you are fighting the True Algo green trend. And as you can see, the green keeps pushing upwards. Ooh, this looks good. It's only got 1 more minute to do it, though. It's got to close above the box, and then these shorts will fly. We might get a reminder, guys, that US 30 diverges from the NQ the first 45 minutes of New York. Here's the New York Open. The NQ is now bearish, but the ES is still neutral. We did not get the confirmation we wanted yet on the SQQQ, but see if it can hold. This is good for it to push up over here on the right side of my screen. That'll help these assets be bearish and help the US 30 and Russell win. Get this out of the way. Russell, you guys are now in a new low on that current short. If you guys are holding, this is good. Stock side, Amazon neutral, Apple neutral, Microsoft neutral, but NVIDIA's puts are playing out right at New York Open, guys. So for those of you guys taking puts, congrats. And there you go. Like clockwork. You guys on our Discord side, you see us do this all the time, man. But this is what I mean about live and not feeding anyone BS. We post the images. We keep telling you, look, average win, 134 points. Russell, there you go, 134 points. We got you. No BS. By the way, You might think it's impossible. Look at US 30 now. Average win, 147. Look, you didn't get 147. I told you this could be a 200 to 400 point play today, but look, there's 202. We only want 147. If you want to hold forever and you don't take profit when you're practicing at our stats, you're going to lose it. Don't play on hope, man. Hope doesn't work in live environments. But congrats for you guys that held through. Again, and look, there's no reason, guys, like don't talk to me about liquidity, because when people say, oh, it's right there, but what about this liquidity right here? What about this liquidity down here? Like people pick and choose how that works. Gaps are already filled for people that use that. I'm not trying to hate on those concepts. I'm just saying those concepts are great, but in a live environment, like think about how easy, guys. Look, this is what I mean by live environments. If you didn't set that take profit when you're practicing at the average we already give you, that's already designed by the system, you're now completely in zero in your position. And you better not have chased the short down here, because our system already allowed you to get in here. That's why we stream before New York Open, so we can take advantage of the open volatility instead of being scared of it. You'll see, look at US 30, all the way back up after giving us a 200-point win, but you had 147 points, like the stats say. This is beautiful. And then Rick, I don't want to say hopeful, because you guys know how I feel about that word. I'm hopeful that it'll drop all the way down here for you without pushing up back first. I'm trying to fix this UVXY on my other screen. Yeah, whatever. Agree. We're good. Now mine looks like yours. I've been using bats on that for a long time, though, guys. Not this one. Still is short, by the way. It's still loading the bats. This is why I hate trading views sometimes. Ugh. You guys see that retracement? It's crazy. Yeah, thanks. Russell, look how big the candle was from the 134-point win with our stats. Look. And now look at the candle. This is why we try to do this live, man, and try to help you guys with stats. Push this stuff in your favor. Markets are already difficult by themselves. You're welcome. AK. Yeah, I know. Thanks. Get out of the way. Man, look how choppy Apple is. You guys see that candle? Chop, chop, chop. By the way, for you gap fillers, Microsoft just filled its gap. NVIDIA still holding short. Oil now continuing to push upwards. If you guys held gold and silver, look. Gold is now a 350-point win. Silver now just added another 40 points to it. Box to box. Again, if you're holding, that's great. There are no shorts. There are no new longs. Silver is now done, by the way, because silver is now to the next box. Right there. It's annoying. Just get out of the way. You can see DXY reversing off our box. So is the euro. And then crypto, folks, Bitcoin is actually in a new short, which, by the way, this is supported by Tether. Let me shift this over. This is valid, but the risk to reward is terrible. Right here. You don't want to play for pennies. Also, you don't want to play for negative R, negative 3R, or almost a 3R position, negative. This is not a good idea. This is a terrible idea. Sorry, I'm just trying to manage my own stuff. I'm still here. That SQQQ is making its way almost to the next box to allow these shorts for ES and NQ to hold maybe in 8 more minutes. Got a while to wait though. If you guys have any questions, just let me know. But right now, it's just a hurry up and wait. Starting to get a little bit more of that bearish flush, which is fantastic. I'm trying to watch the stocks too, but not change my screen too much. Not enough people are watching those. Gold just shot up, by the way, a tremendous amount. I think almost $30. Let's go. That's another $12 move in less than a minute. Just 400 points. No biggie. Good Lord. And then so, as you guys see MJ's note, if you all follow my macro stuff, here's what I drew on Sunday. If you guys take the time. So this was last week. This was drawn before price moved. And this is this week. And this was drawn. I put the drawing always where the candle is that I posted it. And then whoop. But what about these bearish confirmations? Yeah, but the daily system also helped you here. But look, exactly. I'm getting really good about like my drawings playing out in time. Not like drawing that hump over here. There. That's where I wanted the UJ to hit. That's why MJ posted that. And for anyone who might think, yeah, you're just saying that, or he's just saying that you paid him. Au contraire, mon frère. 1 second. I'll show you. Just so you guys know that we don't do that stuff to you. There's no benefit to lying to you guys. This one. 1 second. If you're on the YouTube side, you guys can't see what I'm doing. But if you're on Discord, you will be able to see. There's the timestamp proof, no edits, and there's the drawing before price got there. We will support you before and during the moves. I think UJ is my most consistent called asset for the past 6 or 7 months without missing on the macro side on Sunday. That's just predicting what it's going to do before price moves for the entire week. You guys see Russell? If you play off hopes and dreams about wanting it to go lower and lower and you chase the low, 134 points. Because now people will tell me it's a loss. And I'm like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. Y'all saw it live. Also, remember me talking to you live as it hit? And now it's done. So congrats. I'm going to do this now. Amazon with a nice push up. Man, if we can get NVIDIA and Apple to reverse. So True Algo members, the 6794, this one, 6794. Please keep that on your charts and watch it for the ES. We're not anywhere near that price right now. The ES is at 68.76, but that was the level I gave you guys on Sunday, and that's where we bottomed. And by the way, look at True Algo, man. Otoro, that guy. Look at that. You guys see it? It's crazy, man. Look, it's here. It's there for the whole month to support you. Long it, man. 4-hour confirmation. Boom. Where everyone's thinking that we're going to go to your 401ks will be ruined. All the bad news that they're going to push out there, man. It's just crazy. So good. And then Rick, this is where like do not chase anymore. Let these things move now in their own. I'm going to get these out of the way because we're going to flip bullish here. You see how there's no position drawn on these because the ES was neutral. It still is. I'm trying to see if I can get some more Microsoft calls filled at this price. Give me a second. I got to manage some stuff real fast. Microsoft's still just so cheap, man. It's crazy. Well, all right. I'm going to remove US 30 now. Again, you see what I mean by like this looks like it's a loss after running 100. It ran 202, but 147 live. So move that off too. That way people don't know it's not a new position. Gold's still going really well too. Gold and silver. I'll give you guys one more update and then I'm out. I mean, you can ask me questions. We have that options channel. The TradingView has a really good update to it now that you can directly move options on. They show the entire option chain. So if you remind me, I can start looking at that with you guys. It's just, I don't want to take away from what we're doing just to cover a couple of things on options, but it's so easy, guys, to go on Thinkorswim. Don't use like Robinhood or these other fake brokers essentially for retail. Go on Thinkorswim, open a demo and paper trading account, and just start messing with options. You guys see SQQQ. So New York, folks, this is going to be much easier now for us. After this candle closes here in 2 minutes, the only thing we're going to be looking for is longs, as long as the SQQQ closes below there. And that's how you're going to proceed through the rest of the New York session until anything changes. In 2 minutes, if SQQQ closes below, which it is about to, the only thing we are looking for NYSE is for longs on index futures. 67.94 was hit from Sunday's call yesterday. This means markets might have bottomed short term, which means up, up, up for this week. Please use that to your advantage from an educational standpoint only. And I am all for it. I just need this asset right here to just go nuclear. Just let's get this one all the way up to 420. Would be fantastic. Apple being a pain and Nvidia being a pain. Gold is all the way up top here, and then Mike's going to show you guys the pro shares for it, hitting the boxes below right now. You got gold and silver hitting the weeklies up at the top too. You guys see oil? This is what I talk about. Like people always think like, oh, you're only showing the wins. Like, nah, man, I'll show you losses because our stats literally tell you there's losses. But this is what I help you with in live environments. Look, read the note for the third time. Be cautious shorting here or being heavy in sizing because you are fighting the True Algo green trend. And now look, you are going to lose. 2 beautiful winning long positions of 80 points each. And now you take this short. Maybe that's the only short you take, but this is why I'm here to help you. You take that short. I tell you this is going to be a bad idea, and now it's going to fail. And my job is to help you miss. By the way, silver is continuing to go nuts. Such a big win, man. Again, whew. 76.3. Remember, True Algo members, that's all you need. That is 288 ticks times 25. Almost $4,000 a move. Crazy. SQQQ is officially confirmed bearish. That means the only thing we can look for is longs on index futures, everybody. Crypto folks, you are stuck in no man's land. ETH is neutral. Tether is bullish. And Bitcoin is bearish. You're stuck in no man's land. Just chill. Crypto folks, or not crypto, Forex folks, these long and shorts are done for the Euro and DXY. Only thing I would suggest is you put your stop loss to break even when you're practicing and let it do its thing. Okay? The move was already so small that you could win on the Euro. There's kind of no point in trying to scoop up a little win. Just put your stop to break even and see if you can get it to trend down here. Just let it run. Just give it some room. Put it here and we'll see what happens later and I'll check on you guys. Ready? Come on. Let it run. Sign there. All right, folks. I appreciate you guys. Look at gold. Let's go to the moon. 500 points. Come on. Give me a 500-point day. 466. I love it. Just need the indexes to keep pushing up too. Sorry, I'm bouncing around too much. All right, folks. True Algo members, please put all your focus today on the SQQQ. It's the most important thing. That's what you guys need to watch, okay? All focus goes to SQQQ today. All right, man. I appreciate you guys. And True Algo members, I will check on you. Do we have a second stream today? I think we do, right? Where we at? Stream schedule. Let's go. I will see you guys here for a second time in a little bit, 2 hours, an hour. Oh, an hour and 15 minutes from now. I'll see you guys again. It's all good, Kia. I'll see you guys, and I'll be back doing this live. Appreciate you. See you in a bit.